Yeah, of course. See, it's a neutral venue for both the teams. Both the teams have played here before as well, so they're very much aware of the conditions, the dimension of the ground as well. Um, so I don't think that's going to play a major factor. What will be important is to assess the pitch as quickly as we can and see what will be the ideal score on that particular pitch. If we bat first or bowl first, what will be the ideal score that we need to get, or what will be the ideal score that we need to restrict a team. So I think that will be important. Of course, neutral venue, uh, both the teams haven't played on that particular ground so much, but of course, being an Indian, we have played here, so obviously we have to pass on the information to our overseas guys, and I'm sure they, when we played here last time, we had a good outing, so very much aware of the conditions and the ground and what to expect from this particular venue. Yeah, see, all those things will take care of itself automatically if we play good cricket. Uh, for us as a team, it's important to focus on the day and think about how we win, how can we win the game, rather than thinking about what has happened in the past, what the opposition has done, what our team has done. That I don't think will play a major factor for us. As long as I am concerned, as far as I am concerned, the focus probably will be on the game and how we can play a better cricket. As simple as that. We would not focus on what has happened in the past, who has won trophies how many times. That will not be important for us at least. So I think we have to treat this as another match, and that is what we have done through the tournament. We have not, of course, we have, in terms of our planning, we have looked at the opposition, but the focus has always been on the game, and focus has always been on our group as to how we can play good cricket. And tomorrow will be no different. It will be the same. We just have to come out and play good cricket.
Um, well, I think it's just the setup, the group that we have, the players, the quality, the hunger that the guys have for success. I think we've created a culture, not just now, but I think over the years, Mumbai Indians have created that culture, and we've tried to keep a core group of players going through the franchise as well, so they have that identity and the passion to play for that team. So I think that has helped to be consistent, and whenever the youngsters have been introduced, they walk into that culture as well. So I think it's quite a unique transition for them, and they play some fearless cricket, which is important in a tournament like this. And like Rohit said, we do simple things. We want to play consistent cricket. We allow guys to go out and enjoy and express themselves. So as long as they are enjoying the challenges, you get good results. So that's been, for me, I've been involved only for 3 years, and that's been how things have been, and I've just tried to continue that.
You see, I try and keep things very simple. For me, I've been very lucky to have a team like what we have, and with the staff that we have, it makes my job very easy. They are the ones who sit in the rooms, team rooms, and plan what we need to do as a team, what works for our team, and then the plans are laid out for me to take whatever I want to take. So I think for me, what has worked is, like I said, keeping things as simple as possible, understanding the opposition, understanding the venue, the pitch conditions, etc., etc. Because I believe in strategies, I believe in planning. So those are the things which has worked not just for me but the team as well. There is a fine line between things working out for a captain and things working out for the team, because it has to go hand in hand, and you need support from your players as well. And I think I get that here at Mumbai Indians with all the players, because at the end of the day, it's not just about one individual, it's about the team, and the team coming together and understanding what this Mumbai Indian team require to go and win the trophy. So I think everybody has chipped in, and this has been the hallmark of this team. Everybody understanding and accepting what they need to do as a player. No, particularly, I wouldn't agree to that. It's just that the tournament itself is the biggest challenge. Every team has threats in their team, and you have to be good on that particular day to beat any team, because Rajasthan Royals, for example, they've not qualified, but they've beaten us twice in the tournament. So you have to be good on that particular day. And MI and CSK, it's the reason there's a lot of hype around both the teams is because they've been so successful in winning the championship. That's probably the reason everybody looks forward for this clash, and there's a lot of talks going around this particular teams, but I see every team as a threat, because if you lose a grip at any stage, at any given point, against any opposition, you might not have the result that you are looking for. So I think you have to be good on that day, and most of this season we have done that. We were good on particular day, and there were times where we were not up to the mark, and that is when we lost the game. So we have to be good on that day, and to have a good day, we have the preparation, we have the plans that has been laid out for everyone to accept and move forward. No, not really. It is, in fact, we were on the road for a while. We were playing back-to-back games after the last league game that we played. We played a league game, then the qualifier, then we had to travel, come here. So everybody were looking for that break, and luckily we just finished on the top, won the game. The first qualifier, got 3-4 days break, so we could just rejuvenate, come back together as a group, think about, get our thoughts together, and move forward. I don't think it's a momentum breaker to have 3-4 days off. It's, in fact, I look at in a positive way.
Well, that's something that we spoke about beginning of the season as well. So it takes pressure off of key players as well, because otherwise they go into a game under pressure. Whereas when you have 6, 7, 8 guys who could literally win a battle for you out there, little battles, and then that actually creates opportunities to win matches. And I think that's something that we've realized, especially in a tournament like this, that you require. And playing a home and away as well, different conditions suits different players. So then that also applies in that same scenario. So it's good to see that. So then another factor is that the opposition also finding it difficult to plan or have a idea how we approach certain games, because different guys actually are performing. So that also has helped us in this season. So hopefully one more game where we as a team can perform together in different aspects of the situations and try and control that. So which is something that I think these guys have been brilliant through the season, and one more hurdle for us to cross. Well, I think like I said earlier as well, we touched on Chennai. What Chennai and Mumbai have done is, like, they've established a core group of players and they've kept them going, and that core group has been domestic Indian players and Indian internationals. I think you can build a team around that, and that has been probably, if you take both teams, if you analyze, I think that has been key. At the same time, for Mumbai, I think Mumbai has invested money in finding new talent, and then those talent has been groomed through the system, and they've been now our co-players as well. So like you said, when you're on a level playing field when it comes to finances and purse that you can spend, it's important that you go the extra mile and find that talent and identify. And like Rohit rightly said, it's about the guys who we feel that will improve Mumbai and who will fit into this core group. That's the most important thing. You need players who understands the culture and who will fit in. It applies to local players as well as foreign players. And once you have those kind of players, it's quite easy for you to play as a group, play as a team. And because I always believe that teams win tournaments, championships. Individuals can win matches, but you need good teams, good groups to win championships. So that's something that we've tried to create. Well, that's what I said. I mean, it's important that we trust a group of players and we back a team, and we identify the guys who are performing and who is in form. And once you're transparent about that, I think everyone understands, who is your best 11. They pick themselves quite easily. I mean, start of the season, everyone would have thought like Mayank. Yes, we started with Mayank, but we felt that Rahul was bowling much better, his rhythm was better, so we went with that option. Lasit the same, last year he was injured and not in great form, but this year we felt that he's back in form and he'll be a great foil for Bumrah, especially at the back end, because a lot of the teams are leaking a lot of runs in that department, so to have a bit of experience there. So like that, it's a collective decision that we all make, and sometimes it's tough, it's not the easiest decisions, but as long as you're honest and there's a process behind that decision making, things becomes quite easy, and the entire group understands that we're very transparent in that, and we back players to the hill once we do that, and that has helped us over the years to be consistent, and that's been part of the success as well, because the players do then come out and play fearless cricket in that kind of environment. Well, it's a natural progression, if I see that way, because 3 years ago Hardik Pandya was a talented cricketer, but he was finding his way in IPL cricket, and he had a up and down season, and then since then he's played for India, he's played Test cricket for India. That has helped him to understand his game as well, and being in a group like this with the Indian players, naturally you will learn things, and so that natural progression has come to IPL as well. Last year it was a bit tough for him, but that happens naturally. When you consider the 24, 25-year-olds, they're still learning the game, but he's a confident player, and we use him as a all-rounder, so everything goes well for him, then it's brilliant, and that's sort of a season. We've given him a bit more responsibility, batting a bit higher up in the order as well in different situations, and he's handled it pretty well. So, and all those decisions are that decisions he's making out there in the middle, and we've given him that freedom as well. So it's good to see that, and hopefully he'll keep learning in tough situations, and as long as he doesn't go too low when he makes mistakes, because we're all humans and we will make mistakes, and that's something that we've always told him, because sometimes he's hard on himself, that if he's not pushing those standards that he's put himself. But it's absolutely, to have a player like that in a group like this, it makes things much easier.
Speaking of the workload management, we spoke at the start of the tournament that we will assess each one of them and see where they are at and what they feel about their body. It's more an individual thing than what we decide for them, because like in the case of Jasprit, he's someone who likes to play games to make sure that he's in good rhythm. At the start of the tournament, we spoke, at any given stage, if he feels that he needs to rest, we were open for it. But our physios and trainers have monitored him quite well, and there was a constant feedback from himself, from Jasprit as well, about how he is feeling. So I don't think so far we've had any issues with either of them, Hardik and Jasprit. So we continue to play them, because it's important to understand what they feel, rather than us talking about we should rest them and we should try and see where there's a good window for them to have a break. It's important it comes from them, and it has come from them, that they want to continue to play, and you see the kind of form they are in. That's more important individually for them also, and for us, and going forward as well. And yes, see, IPL, we always know when it started, this is the window, March and April, or April and May rather, because of the election, it was just 15-20 days before. but this is the window that we have, and there have been instances in the past that in 2013 we played the IPL, and then we went on to play Champions Trophy, and in fact we won the Champions Trophy. Because I look at it in a way where I feel that the guys who play the IPL and goes and plays those big tournament right after that, they are very much in touch with their game. Whether if before the IPL, if they were not in great form, this is the time they can get in form. So yeah, those kind of things. Like for example, Hardik is the best example. He had a good time. Few months before the IPL started, he was injured, missed few games as well, but he's done tremendously well for us in terms of his batting and bowling. So yeah, like it's a great tournament, obviously without a doubt. So of course you can judge yourself where you are at before a big tournament like World Cup.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.